Hey, yo, peace, family. This is Lord Jamar for the Yanadameen Godcast. And if you watch the Godcast, you know my number one sponsor is Miracle Food. That's right, Miracle Food, the perfect cleanse and reboot for a healthy immune system. And these times, you know, a healthy immune system is very important. It's also anti inflammatory. Miracle Food has Moringa, black seed oil, Beet Root oil. It also contains CBD. Miracle Food is just what it says. Miracle Food. Brought to you by my brother, the Chakra Doctor. So this is a black-owned company, y'all. We promote black-owned companies here on the Godcast. Okay, so go to chakradoctor.org and get your Miracle Food today. Tell them Lord Jamal sent you. Peace.
Lord Jamar Digger, you familiar with the phenom, the Olympian Simone Biles? She recently blasted social media. This kind of tell me what you guys think about cancel culture. They're trying to cancel Simone Biles now. She's considered one of the greatest of all times in gymnastics because she had an illness and she couldn't participate in the Olympics. She had something that's what they diagnose as the twisties, where your brain kind of malfunctions. And when you're doing those acrobatic flips in the air, and she gets up there pretty high. So she's considered one of the greats. So people expected her to rep the US for the gold. And she backed out of the events because she had the twisties, to where she made a demonstration on social media to show that while she's in the air twisting her body, her brain can't calculate where her feet is and she could possibly land on her head.
Isn't this like the same shit with the other girl? The other girl had a mental problem and couldn't, and they was on her. And now this one got the twisties and she can't do it and they on her. What the fuck? Like, you see, because they think that we're fucking workhorses as black people. Like, it shouldn't fucking matter and shit what you feel and you know what I mean? Your personal problems. Get out there and be a fucking slave for America, you fucking workhorse niggas. You know what I mean? That's the fucking attitude that I'm hearing from all of this shit. It sounds like the same exact story to me. I thought you was talking about the same shit almost, but
yeah,
it's two different people with the same problem, basically. The fuck?
This happened to her over a month ago, and they're still giving her backlash. So she went on social media.
Wait, so is this the same story? This is not the same shit. No. Remember the girl with that she got mental? Okay.
You told the tennis player Naomi Osaka was getting anxiety.
Right. She didn't want to do the interviews and all that.
Yeah.
She was getting anxiety doing press before her matches. So
This reminds me of that. You know what I mean? Like, this reminds me of that, the way this shit sounds right now.
So Simone Biles, she blasted her detractors by saying, "I can't hear any of y'all over my 7 gold medals that I've already achieved." So basically, like you were saying, what are you talking about? You know, I feel like this is just another leg of cancel culture. What do you think about cancel culture in this generation, man? They're quick to cancel you and your accomplishments from the past and just get rid of you the moment you slip up, make a mistake, or say something they don't like.
It's some bullshit. Like, I don't, again, it's like fentanyl. Like, where the fuck did this shit start? Like, cancel culture. Like, that's some new fucking bullshit to just try to stop people from having a voice. You know?
Let's get into go ahead.
I was gonna say it has its pros and its cons. I think with anything, I think there is a misuse of cancel culture. Sometimes there are people and things that need to be held accountable. So I can respect cancel culture in that in that aspect. However, I do feel like too many people are given a voice, and social media is just giving everyone the opportunity to be a critic, to have something to say. And it's like we're waking up every day like, okay, who we gonna be mad at today? All right. And the same people that are against cyberbullying and all of that are okay with cancel culture, which to me is one and the same. So I think
It's just like I feel like the cancel culture is being directed by outside forces. You see what I'm saying? We're not canceling the shit that we need to fucking be canceling. You know what I mean? We're not canceling these fucking corporations that are fucking shitting on us left and right and feeding us all kind of poison and fucking up the environment and all kind of shit like that and passing laws that are detrimental to you and I. We're not
canceling Little Diddy.
We're canceling, personal people. Like, you know what I mean? We're canceling, individuals. We're not canceling institutional ideas and shit that are not good for us and shit. We're not canceling all these motherfuckers that's trying to force us to do some shit right now that we don't really want to fucking do. Like, you know what I mean? Which kind of leads me to something else. I don't know if this is in your list, but I'm bringing it up right now. So, I'm sure everybody saw this shit where in Texas, the governor has outlawed, abortion or whatever the case may be, right? And I see you shaking your head, Digga, and all of that, right? But to me, it's almost brilliant that he did this. You know why? Because it brings up the question of medical freedom. See, you'll have people that'll be like, yo, it's fucked up that they did that. Those women should have the right to the medical freedom to be able to have abortions, if they got raped or da, 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 da. Yes, you're right. Just like people should have the medical freedom to not take a venom shot if it's thrust upon them. You see what I'm saying? So you might feel like, I feel like that was done to make this kind of conversation happen. You understand what I'm saying? Now also for white people, why they want to outlaw abortion is because we already know about genetic survival. They don't need their white people having abortions. They want us to have them, but they don't want their fucking white people. They want their white people to stop having them. So I feel like that's part of the motivation as well. But definitely for somebody like him who's not down with the venom and all that, doing this brings up that conversation about medical freedom. So if you're with the freedom of a woman being able to have an abortion, okay, and decide what to do with her body, it's my body, I do what I want with my body, well, then you got to feel that way all the way around. And don't you dare fucking be on the side of no mandatory venom shots and all that bullshit.
That's brilliant.
That's an applause.
That's a brilliant take. I see what you're saying, Lord Jamar. I never looked at it from that perspective. That could be the reason why that's a hot topic right now, because it's showing both sides of the same fence.
Now, Digga, I saw the horror in your face when I first brought it up. Go ahead and say whatever you would like to say about what you feel. You know what I mean? He's doing.
The reason why the reason why everybody's looking at him crazy is because they're saying, okay, well, what about the case of women who are getting raped and women who are victims of incest?
Yeah, and you can get sued if you even take them in a car in an Uber or shit.
And he's saying, and his response to that was, we're gonna stop the rape. There isn't going to be any cases like that because we're gonna stop the rape. How you gonna stop the rape? So I don't know if you noticed, Minority Report was trending today because now what this is gonna open a can of worms.
As if he's gonna get into people's minds, but thought crimes and
not necessarily
before it happens, because we're gonna get in people's minds.
Well, the Minority Report was trending, but I'm getting concerned because now, okay, if you think if your answer to that is to like ramp up some laws to prevent rape, does this mean you're going to be profiling people? Does this mean you're going to be targeting a particular group of people, a group of men? Does this mean you're going to ramp up the Me Too against men? And which men in particular are you going to be ramping up your efforts against? Are there going to be harsher sentences now for boyfriend girlfriend situations? Like, I don't know. We can let's stop the vaccine mandates, but I'm concerned with, what do you mean when you say you're going to stop rape? Like, what does that mean exactly? And who is that going to affect?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he means by that. All I know is, if you upset about the medical freedoms of women being taken away in the great state of Texas, then you also need to be upset about your medical freedoms being taken away.
He's not pushing that though. I don't even think they have mask mandates in Texas.
Listen.
He's speaking in general. He's speaking in general.
People, I'm not talking about him. Yeah, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about to the people that are upset about what he did to the medical freedoms of the women in Texas, need to also be upset about the medical freedoms that are being encroached upon in their own lives.
Like, keep the same energy. New York
and in California, all the places where they're talking about you got to show a card and all this type of shit to be able to eat inside and all that. Like, this shit is illegal.
That's a great argument, though.
Yes, it's a great argument.
Well, Lord Jamar,
I want to bring it up.
Lord Jamar, that segues into the list.
Whether he's right or wrong about what he's doing, when it comes to that part of the argument, man, it's hard to fucking go against that. So now you're either going to be a hypocrite and be like, well, I want medical freedom here, but I don't want it here. You're just going to have to admit that you're a fucking hypocrite. Or you got to realize, this is some bullshit. And if we're going to have medical freedom in one place, it needs to be in all places.
So keep the same energy. So
keep that same energy.
Yeah.